Hi, everybody. Welcome back to What's on My Mind with Sydney. I am your host, Sydney. This is our season 2, episode 2. Welcome to summer. So, for those of you who watched the last episode, What's on My Mind is basically a podcast that I built a couple of years ago, and we were kind of like in the rebrand shift. We've added video, so bear with me the first couple episodes. I'm still like getting back into it. If you want like funny little tidbits, the first episode, I accidentally forgot to charge my camera and I recorded the first half in slow-mo. And so I just speed it up to match it with the audio, which was very, very frustrating and annoying, but we did it and it's fine. So yeah, this is what's on my mind. I'm not meaning to wear a colored long sleeve. Like last week I was in a colored yellow and this week I'm in a colored orange. Wasn't going down the shades of the rainbow, but maybe it'll be a thing. It probably won't be. This is just what I happen to be wearing this day. We've actually had kind of a chilly June because there's been so much rain. So today it hasn't been rainy, but it rained last night. So now it's like kind of like weirdly chilly this morning. So I'm on with a nice little long sleeve for my walk. But yeah, we do have a special guest in the room. He might make an appearance. Maxwell is sleeping in the window right now. So if we do hear barking at any point, it's because anyone is walking, driving, even looking at our street. He's going to bark at them. So there's a chance he may come over and join us, which would be so cute. And you guys would get to finally like see and meet Maxwell, because there was a lot of episodes last season where I would record and Maxwell would be there. But because there was no video, I would just be like, Maxwell's here, BTW, listen. And then nothing would happen, obviously, because he's just sitting there staring at me. Oh, he's looking out the window. Oh, he's barking. Oh, he's gurring. We'll see if he comes over. But anyways, welcome to summer, you guys. Before we get into it, I've been doing this new segment. Basically, let me tell you the rebrand. If you haven't watched episode 1, in season 1, I did a thought bubble every episode, which is kind of like a mini thought that I couldn't really make into a full-length episode because it was something I randomly thought of. It was like a spur of the moment type of thought. And I feel like I've entered a stage where I'm just being really creative and I feel like really driven with all of my goals. And so any small thought I could totally turn into a full episode because I feel like I know how to like make a layout now and like really how to like dive into something. And so the thought bubble idea just seemed outdated for myself. And so I started this new segment called Sydney's Show and Tell. Ding. And I'm going to every week bring something in to show you and explain it and tell you where I got it and what it means to me. And it can be anything because this podcast is so open-ended for that reason of like what's on my mind is anything that's currently on my mind. If I have a guest on, we might have like a topic, but it can totally lazy river and like sway to wherever they need to. So when I have a guest on, they'll bring an item, whether it be like something that they've bought, they use a little trinket, something small, something big. It can be like their favorite face moisturizer. It can also be just like something that they put on their wall or like something that they wear or anything like that. So that's kind of where that's our like beginning segment now. So for Sydney's Show and Tell today, here's what I brought you. This is what I brought for Sydney's Show and Tell. I'm going to give a nice little view to the camera. It is a Ariel figurine that I just recently got when I was in Disney World with my best friend Emily. And surprisingly, I thought it was going to be way more than it was. I think they were originally listed for $34.99, like $34.99, not $3,499. That would be insane. But my family is Disney Vacation Club people, so I had a Vacation Club discount. Ariel is my favorite princess, and so they had these of all of the princesses. I say all. I don't actually know if it's all, because there's a lot of princesses now. I really only had my eyes set on Ariel here. I know they had Cinderella, Rapunzel, I want to say Tiana, I want to say Moana, Aurora, Belle, Ariel. That might be it. I don't know. But I felt like Ariel was so cute. I've always loved the scene in Ariel when they all have their own mirrors and they're singing The Daughters of Triton. And so this just felt so fitting for me. I don't really have a lot of Ariel stuff, even though she's my favorite princess. And she has been since I was little. Like, this is the story that my parents would be like, Sydney always wanted us to put on Ariel and blah, 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 blah. I feel like every kid has like that movie for them. My younger sister's is cars. My older sister's was kind of a mix of things. She's a very eclectic taste, Emily. Um, for those who get confused, my older sister's name is Emily and my best friend's name is Emily. So if I bring up an Emily, try to keep it straight. But I just refer to them all as Emily because they feel different in my head. So we'll just do what we can. But I'll try to specify. But anyways, I love Ariel. I love her little sidekicks. I love that all of the figurines also had the sidekicks on them. So in Cinderella's, she had like Jack and Gus Gus. And I want to say those like little birds and the little girl mouse that like loves Jacques. I forget her name though. I don't know if we ever even know it. We probably know it. Um, I love that her tail also goes around. Let me give another little view. I love all like the little pebbles and the rock at the bottom. I just feel like it makes like a really cute scene. The back of it, I'll show you, is like more little like seaweed on the back of the mirror. I just think it's so adorable. I'm a little trinket person. She has a little starfish in her hair right here. I think her hair looks really nice because it's like levitating because of the water. So this is my little thing for show and tell today. I just love it. It brings me so much joy. I feel like there are people out there that really support the trinkets, and those are my girls, you know what I mean? And there are some people who think that like trinkets are stupid, and to that I say stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Like stay in your lane. You don't have to like something just because I like it, but you do have to like, just like mind your business. If I want to fill my space with little trinkets and I feel good about it, like let me do my thing. Do you know what I mean? Like back up. Um so yeah, if you're looking to get a little trinket, I do think these are only available in Disney World, and I only personally saw them in Epcot in the America Pavilion. So I don't know how long they'll be there. But if you're a, Disneyland local, Disney World local, maybe get yourself one of these. Because they're really, really cute. And I love the little mirror. Oh, it's just adorable, don't you guys think? I do realize that last week I showed a Disney memento that I showed my Tinkerbell tarot set, which I did. Sadness emoji. My light just died. So last week I did bring another Disney memento, which was my Tinkerbell newly got tarot set and guidebook. And I was like, I actually haven't used it yet. I got it the night before. I'll let you guys know how it is once I get it and once I like start using it. Let me give you a little review. So if you didn't watch last week's episode, go watch it. Basically, they have a new Disney Fairies tarot set. I got my hands on it. It's not sold out or anything because people need to get on the Tinkerbell obsession because I am there and I've been there. But to each their own, I guess. It's amazing. I love it. It's so fun. I love all the different cards. I love that it's still like true to tarot that you still have like the lovers and the fool and the cups and like all of that stuff, but it's all Tinkerbell Disney Fairies themed. And I feel like it just makes it a little bit more whimsical for my taste specifically. I know some people only like classic tarot set. To each their own. I like something to feel a little bit more whimsical, a little bit more like storytelling, a little bit just like different. So I have used it. It's incredible. I can't wait to keep using it. I feel like it's something that I could use just like randomly in like right in my days. So I'll give a review if it changes at all, if I continue using it, how often I use it. I have a feeling I'm going to use it quite a bit. It's also just something that's like so near and dear to my heart because I love Disney fairies and I love Tinkerbell. That's the other thing that's funny about this Ariel figurine is I have so much Tinkerbell. I have a lot of Ariel pins. Actually, I don't know if we can see this pin board, but I have an Ariel pin right here with Ariel and Max because I have a dog named Max who's sleeping on my bed right now. Might make an appearance at the end if you stick around and watch that long. Who knows? Who knows? So, this is my little show and tell for today. I can't wait to have guests on. Oh, it has stuff on the bottom. It just says like Disney's a Little Mermaid, and then it has where it was made. And then the Disney like little trademark. I thought it would have like cooler things on the bottom. It does not. But that's totally fine. So this is my little show and tell for today. I'm sure I'll have more Disney items because I just went to Disney. I have been absolutely flooding social media with all of my Disney content, but it's just so fun to make. Like when I am there, I just am like so I'm like in a bubble and I'm just so eternally happy. So I've been trying to, honestly though, this past trip when I went to Disney World, which next episode we're going to talk all things about Disney, I got to show my best friend around Disney for like her first adult trip. I'm pretty sure she went when she was younger, but it was either she's from the West, so it was either like Disneyland, I don't know about Disney World, or it was something like she was young and she doesn't really remember it. She got sick, something like that. So for us, it was like you're redoing first like trip to all of the parks, staying on property, like all of those things. And that was like a dream come true trip because everyone that I'm friends with, I'm like, I really want to take you to Disney World though. Cause like that's like my home away from home. Like I really want to take you to Disney. And we will talk about all that stuff next episode. But I took the most amount of photos and videos I have ever taken on a trip. Thousands upon thousands. Like running out of storage, running out of storage, running out of storage. Had to put stuff on a hard drive when I got home because I didn't have any storage. I am obsessed with this trip. I've never had this many photos and videos to be like, I can't choose. We're posting not even anywhere near all of them, you guys. Like, I am posting a fourth of the stuff that I have. That's why I'm like, no. If anybody has any complaints, I issued a pre-warning being like, I apologize for the person I'm about to become. Feel free to mute me on the socials. I said it. I posted about it. I fear for the person I'm about to become. And that's exactly who I was. I'm standing on business, if you ask me. So I've honestly been loving my Disney content. I love to also just post on Instagram so I can go look back on it. I don't know if that's just like a me thing, but I just love posting myself to cool sounds and like music and then being like, look at me go on vacation. So the way that I structured this Disney trip, that will happen again because the socials was so fun to make. I am like printing all my pictures out, making a photo album because I'm just that person that wants to also have a physical copy because I think physical media is important and we should keep doing it. So yeah, that's my little show and tell for today. I'm sure we'll have more Disney items because like I just said, that was like a roundabout way of saying I got so many things when I was at Disney that I have like so many great souvenirs. When I have a guest on, they'll bring in a souvenir or like item of things um for Sydney's show and tell. So that'll be our beginning segment. On today's episode. So today's episode is Welcome to Summer. It is officially summer. We have had the summer solstice. It is, oh my gosh, a much needed reset. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like summer vibes. I really am excited for summer this year. It's very like boo boo that June has been like really rainy for the Midwest. I don't know about anybody else, but at least here in like Illinois, Chicagoland area, it's been very like rainy this June. I've never feel like I've seen this much rain. But I'm really excited for summer. I think my summer in my head goes from like Memorial Day to Labor Day, but in reality, summer starts here at like the end of June until almost the end of September. And as a September baby, I'm a fall baby though, because we're end of September. Mine is like right after the turn into fall, if you will. And I think when you look at it like that, it just helps you keep yourself a little bit more present. I said this in the first episode, but a phrase that I've been trying to live by is be present where your feet are, or like be where your feet are. And it's all about just being present and trying to like soak up every moment. And so I think I've been trying to do that a lot in the last like 4 years, I would guess could say, with like living seasonally and trying to do those things. So when the seasons change and like welcome to summer, I try to do like a pretty hard reset. So like I try to clean my whole entire room, top to bottom, all of my living spaces, bathroom, family room, like anything that you got to clean. Like, and especially for like spring, summer, because there's so much fresh air. I'm talking nitty gritty now. Like winter, it's all about like resetting how you can make your home like the coziest it can be. Same with fall and like blankets and like changing things and more aesthetic things. Spring and summer to me are like throw things away. Go through your clothes and donate them or sell them, whatever. I don't care, but like downsize. Clean like your baseboards, you guys. Like vacuum, 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 dust, dust, dust. I'm going to say it 3 times so it really like gets in everybody's heads. Like wipe down surfaces. Like sanitize things, clean your mirrors, clean your windows, clean the edges around your windows, around your mirror, not just the mirror, like all of those types of things. Reorganize, like move things around, make yourself feel new. If you want to change your bedding, change your bedding. I have like spring, summer bedding, fall, winter bedding. So it's each their own. Everybody has different things about their beds, whether it's like how many sheets you own versus comforters versus pillows, whatever you'd like. Some people reorganize their whole entire room and they move their bed and their dresser and everything in their specific living space. As a Libra, I try to have my living space feel really accommodating for the season. So, like, what's the lighting? What's the design? Where is my stuff? How are things on the ground? Like, winter, I don't care about there being like bags and piles of clothes that are maybe folded or not, to each their own, on the floor. Summer, I don't want any of that. I want to be able to like lay flat on the ground and not touch anything. I want it to feel so clean. And the only thing that I want out is like my camera bag and like my swimsuit. Like, get a little hook for your bathroom for your swimsuits. That way they're not just like hanging everywhere all the time. Change out your towels. I change out my towel colors every month and I try to match the colors of the month to now. So, like, for me, June feels very reds, oranges, yellows, pinks, like those types of things. Get out all of those like seasonal plates, whether it's like 4th of July themed, just summer themed. I have like a beautiful summer themed dip and chip plate. Oh, but I only use it in the summer because you cannot use this plate in the winter. It feels wrong. But like a pool day with that and a crisp Coca-Cola, a Coke Zero, a Diet Coke, whatever you'd like, really. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. The vibes are there. Wash your water bottles. Clean your brush. Do you just see what I'm saying? Like those like deep clean spring cleaning things that like maybe you ran out of time for spring cleaning. Now's the time for it. Now's the time to be like, I have to clean all this stuff. I need to clean my clothes. I need to go through my clothes. I need to like go through my closet. Sorry, but like the time is here. I feel like there are people because as a dance teacher, I'm still on like that school calendar. So like my summer is like a little bit more chilled. Everything's a little bit more pushed back. Like I have more time. So I'm still on that like, oh, it's summer, so like time to deep clean your room. But I feel like everybody should get on it. Whether it's I feel like my family is a big projects on Memorial Day weekend, which is why sometimes it feels like the start of summer. So I've already done my deep clean, but that's also because I was going on vacation. And so I was like, I got to get this done. So when I come back, I feel settled and ready still. But everybody's different. So like do what fits to you. But I feel like everybody should have a little bit more of a push of like resetting themselves for every season. I do have some amazing seasonal decor that I have this like four-sided seasonal house, which maybe I'll bring it on next episode as my like show and tell because it would have been perfect for today. I'm realizing it's really good on my part, and that would have been perfect for next week because it was Disney themed, but maybe we'll just flip flop. Is each house is decorated for the season. It says it on it. So I only see whatever season it currently is. So on summer solstice, I got to change it. So now it has summer and like the colors are different. The decor is different. The word is different. So it like tells your body what season it's in. I feel like, at least for the people living in the Midwest or people that have all four seasons, I feel like there's a lot of wishing for a different season that you're in. So like I've even been seeing stuff recently on social media of people like wishing it's winter. Guys, what? I don't know about you. And people being like, oh, we had a really easy winter this year. Speak for yourself. Us in the Midwest, it's never an easy winter, okay? It got to like negative 30 with the wind chill this year, multiple days in a row. I don't know why you're talking about easy winter. We might not have had a ton of snow, but like we still actually got quite a bit of snow. So again, don't know who you're talking about here, but I've seen things on TikTok of people like wishing it was winter. And it was like, oh, oh my gosh, I saw this hilarious TikTok that was like your Instagram or your camera roll if you were dating Bernard from Santa Claus, like the movies. And I was like, it's June, you guys. And all the comments were like, this is the only app you would see this in the middle of summer. And I was like, right. This is the only app you would see this in. People being like, nothing calls to me more like spooky season in the middle of summer. Guys, stop. Stop. Slow down. Some of us, and even now, when I had said earlier that it was a little chilly this morning, some of us are just getting to summer. Okay. Some of us here in the Midwest it's just starting to get like consistently warm. Even in April, April is like technically spring. I had my winter coat in my car because some days it would be like 70 and then it would drop to like 35. And I'd be like, well, I can't wear my little cardigan when it's 35. I'm going to freeze. But some people are like just constantly wishing for something that they don't have or like the next thing. And so that's why I really like the be where your feet are, because I feel like for me, it's a lot of when you're in winter, everybody's wishing for it to be spring. And when it's spring, everyone's wishing for it to be summer. But now that summer, everyone's wishing for it to be fall and winter. Like, guys, just be thankful for the season that you have, because also some parts of the world don't have any seasons. Like California, like kind of goes to like fall and spring, but like they don't get any snow. They barely have any rain. So like me saying this has been a rainy June for us means that there's been like a ton of rain. Like rain almost every other day, sometimes the whole entire day it's just raining. So like just be grateful of like what season you're in right now, whether that be of life or like of nature. So like I'm in a season of life right now where I'm not as busy as I will be come the fall. So like for me, fall, winter, and spring are like busy seasons. So for me, summer is like a little bit more laid back. For me, winter is actually probably my busiest season. Just with like dance competitions, prepping for things, vacations, or like whatever you want to do, just be present where you are. I think there's so much that each season can offer. So like for me personally, summer can offer more time outside, longer days, so you can go on a night walk and it not be dark out at like 8 p.m., which I do. Versus in the winter, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So I don't know who's wishing for it to be Christmas right now, but I'm okay. I love Christmas just as much as the next person, but like I can't do that right now. I mentally have to prepare my seasonal affective disorder to go through that 5 o'clock. It's pitch black outside. I have to trick my mind, which we will go over when daylight savings begins or ends, or I never know which one it is. We will go over all that because I have to do like physical things, you guys, to prep for that season. But then I still try to be present where I'm like, okay, this is more in the winter. This is more candles. This is more baths. This is more early nights in. This is more soups and hearty foods like that. Summer, get up at the crack of dawn and go for a walk because it's nice out, and then jump in your pool all before work. Like I'm trying to be that person in summer. Do you know what I mean? Like you have the longest days of the year ahead of you and happening right now. Take advantage of that and like live and like go get ice cream at like 9 p.m. because it's hot out and so it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to do that in the dead of winter because they'll be like, oh, it's cold and my car's parked outside. So no. So why are we wishing it for it to be a different season than it is right now? This conversation, obviously, as you can see, can get me very heated because I think I used to be one of those people that was always like kind of like looking to Friday. And so you're always kind of looking for something that you don't have. And it's a vicious cycle that then it happens in every area of your life. So these people that are wanting it to be a different season right now, which also to each their own. Some people just love one season. They always want it to be that season. So I get it. But it happens then with everything. So like then you're doing it for food and you're doing it for the days of the week and you're doing it for work and then you're never like happy with where you presently are. And I feel like it's so important to learn how to be okay with being in the present and to be happy with being in the present and to try to make the most of it as well. I feel like I'm always trying to make the most of who I am and where I'm at and how I can spend time with my loved ones and all of those things. I think everybody's different, but like if we can all try to just be a little bit more present, there are so many more things and activities and also issues and like things that you can take on if we are just like a little bit more aware. And it might be social media, which I know you're probably watching this on social media, but like it might be social media that's always like pushing us ahead. It's also probably way above. Yeah, it's a lot of capitalism as well. That's like hustle culture, always wanting you to push further and be busy and always like look towards the end and have an end goal but not know about the journey. I even think about like when I see gym girls on social media and everybody's like, what's the routine? What's the routine? What's the routine? And it's like you just want to know how they got there, but are you really going to do the journey? And I feel like that's something that I've been understanding a little bit more in my life is that like things take hard work. And like I've always known that, but not everybody wants to actually put in the hard work. They just want the result. And in a era right now where we are advertising to get rid of that middle ground of being like, you can actually do it without the hard work. Here, just take this and then you can just have that same result without any work at all. But the thing about the hard work is that it shapes you into the person you are. So summer let's wrap this all together in a big present with a bow on it, can be the time where you restructure your life, because everybody, in my opinion, I'm generalizing, has more motivation in the summer because it's sunny, it's hotter, it's brighter out. You want to spend time outside or not in your bed. It's not, oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock, it's dark, let's just get cozy. I don't actually want to go anywhere because it's just the winter, just like good night. I'm just gonna go and just hide in this cocoon and nobody talk to me ever again. It's not that. It's let's wake up. Let's go to a workout class. Let's go do something outside. Let's go for a walk. Let's do this. Let me take my dog out. Let me do all those things. Yeah, let's go get dinner on a patio. Let's grill. Let's like go in the pool. And so it's an area of your life where you can restructure, you can reset in any way that you want, whether it's like the way that your living space looks, the way that your routine is, how active you are, how non-active you are, how often you spend time with family, friends, or loved ones, how often you put yourself out there, how often you try something new. It has the time to do all those things. And I think it's really important that we take advantage of that, because I think the more we do that in this season, then we get to those seasons where all we want to do is get cozy, which, at least for the Midwest, is like 6 months out of the year. Then you're like, okay, well, now I have like literally glowed up and become a completely different person. And that's okay. I'm actually really excited. So I don't know. This was a whole tangent. And I thought I was going to do more about like how to prep for summer and like how to be in summer. But I'm kind of happy with like the tangent that we went off on, because I feel like I said a little bit about how to like restructure your life for summer. I changed like my throw blankets and like have them be more summery, springy colors, or like if you have a pattern or anything like that. Some people do fun crafty projects for summer or reorganize, or like I have a pin board, which I did a little like June pins of the month. So like I'll then change them for July and change them for August as well. So I have a little video up on my social media of like which pins I chose, how they feel like summer in June to me. So I do little things like that. That way that's up and out and I can see it and I feel more a part of summer. I think obviously everything is different for everybody, but the more that you can just be present and be in the moment and try to like take all that summer has to offer. I feel like sometimes I also get really hot too. And sorry, just want to make sure I'm still recording. I get really hot in the summer too. And so like I get really overstimulated. So like go inside for some AC, but like still do something, because like the sun is awake, the sky is awake. So like you should be awake. It's kind of like Anna from Frozen was like, the sky's awake, so I'm awake. That like in the winter, I'm like, the sky is asleep, so I should be asleep. And then you just want to hibernate all day. Like, I don't know, learn something new, try something new. I'm probably going to try a new thing this week. I've already kind of got it on my roster. So maybe I'll give you a little update about it next week if I do it. Oh. Um, yeah, if you have the means to travel, it can literally be a day trip. You can literally be like, hey, let's go to the lake here, or like, let's go explore this new area, or let's go on this hike or this long walking trail, or let's just go to this new restaurant, like something super simple. Let's go see a new movie. Let's go do this. Like, go do activities, get out of your house, because then come winter, come fall, you're going to want to just be hibernating and be in your house. At least that's how I feel. I know everybody's different. That's how I feel though. Winter is hard. So I'm really excited for summer. I'm very excited to like swim, be active, have more time in the day, be able to like take advantage of my whole entire day and still like work, do my passion projects, like all the things like that. And this is one of those things. So yeah. So that's today's episode of Welcome to Summer. Yay. Next episode, which is next week. I have new episodes every Sunday. Will be all about Disney. It's going to be the most magical place on earth is our title. So we're talking all things Disney. We're talking Disney trips, Disney planning, Disney just as a company, whether it's good, controversial, all of those things. How I see Disney when I'm there, how I document it, my favorite things, my least favorite things, things I wish that they would do in the parks or wish that they would bring back in the movies. I'm sure you can kind of guess some of them just like by what I'm a fan of. And yeah, that's everything on today's episode. My name is Sydney. I'm the host of What's on My Mind. Feel free to follow us on social media, on Instagram, What's on My Mind _podcast. My personal Instagram is Sydney _Fugit. And I'll see you next time. Bye.